Hello everybody. Today we are doing soft spoken Indian accent ASMR. A lot of you guys liked me doing the video in my normal accent, and I figured it would be only fair if I did it in the Indian accent as well. So sit back and relax, and let's just hang out for a little while. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. At the time of filming this video, I just hit 750 subscribers, and just want to thank all of you guys. It has been growing quickly. I've been doing this for about 2 months now, so it's very cool to see the positive response that this has gotten. Makes me feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. But I do think the most rewarding thing so far has been having the ability to talk about, deeper topics, talking about things like mental health or dealing with criticism and hate and, building a community, being able to talk about these things and seeing a positive response from you guys. That's been the most meaningful aspect of this experience so far, and it's just been very nice to see people respond to that well. And it's true, I do want to build a community that lasts beyond me from this. I would love if people treated this as a safe space where they could talk about what they're going through, and I don't have to be the first person who responds to someone always. If you see someone who's, having a hard day, responding to their comment, stuff like that. Or even if they weren't, just, brightening up people's days. You putting a little effort to put positivity into someone's day usually will make your day better too. And I try to do that. That is why I try to respond to all the comments. Sometimes I'm scared that my replies to comments will seem too generic, because oftentimes I am just telling people, some iteration of thank you, but it is genuine. I do greatly appreciate everyone who does take the time out of their day, to comment. I know comedy on ASMR videos can be a little tricky because it takes you out of the zone of what you're trying to accomplish. I feel like people don't casually watch ASMR. There's usually a specific purpose for why they do it. But anyways, as always, I'm having my coffee with some protein powder in it. But today, there's something I want to talk to you guys about, ask you about. It's interesting. It revolves around the topic of motivation. So I was having an interesting conversation with my friend yesterday of, why you should do something. Especially, or not why you should do something. It is when you are starting something new. Say it is a new project, a new job, a new hobby, just something that you haven't done before. What is the reason that you are drawn to it. I reduced it to two main, I guess, schools of thought, or two main motivations, really. But there's more than that. I put it on my Instagram story. I made a poll asking where people saw themselves falling. But what I think is, one, people start new things because they are, they were genuinely passionate about, or they can see themselves falling in love with that topic. Or the other one is that they can, they see a very specific end goal in mind, and they start a project or a job or a hobby because it leads to this very specific step, and realizing that goal is part of, their life's plan that they have for themselves. And then I also put the option of, sometimes people are a mix of both. I personally believe that I'm a mix of both. I think it's a very case-by-case situation for me. And then I also put the option of none of the above, because someone made an interesting point when they responded to my story, where, like, actually one of my biggest motivations is boredom. And they had a very unique, case of, how that became a motivating factor. And it made me realize that it's something I wanted to talk about, because not only are people motivated to do things for different reasons, but the reason why they might be motivated to do those things can come from a lot of different reasons. And now I haven't done any research on this, so you're going to have to take this with a grain of salt. This is mostly going to be me rambling and thinking about the topic. But if I feel like your motivation can stem from a lot of things. One is, it will depend on what the very specific thing is that you are taking on, and what that thing means to you. But also, environmental factors as well. So, where are you currently in life? What is, how much flexibility do you have? Where are you at mentally? Are you very stressed out, or do you feel very free, like you have a lot of time to explore these new beginnings? Also, what was, your relationship with your parents, and how did they, approach things such as motivation? What were their driving factors? Or, even a sibling, people you were in close proximity with a lot in your oh my god, I can't speak. When you were developing, that also might factor, of you seeing how people deal with motivation, and saying, hey, I want to do something like that, that man over there, he's very passionate, he's very driven, I want to approach things like that. Or you look at someone like that, someone else, and say, hey, he has a goal, by the end of each specific time period, he needs to be doing this specific thing in life. People tend to gravitate towards, different schools of thoughts and ideologies. And I just think that's very interesting and fascinating, and I want to learn more, about inherently why do people do what they do, when it comes to motivation specifically. This is just more of a new concept, and I can go into a little more detail of why I started to explore it as a concept. Because, as many of you guys know, the idea of being a content creator is something that's very, exciting for me. But my friend, who is also a content creator, was saying, hey, what is your end goal? Why are you doing these different things? And we realized that we were coming to kind of a crossroads, where he was very oriented by a specific end goal. I need to do these things because it is going to provide me a career, it is going to provide me money, so I'm going to act in a way that will make this a very profitable path forward for me. And then for me, I'm at a bit of a crossroads because obviously I want to create content in a way that it can be my career and that it can be profitable. Of course, everybody wants that, whether they communicate it with their viewers or not. But on the other hand, I want to make sure that I'm doing things that I'm, inherently very passionate about. Because I think when you're doing that, the chances that you're going to suffer long-term burnout are a lot lower. So the debate that I'm having with myself is how do I mesh these two together in a way that is, that is going to help me be successful in the long run, and not only allow me to be successful, but allow me to make sure that I am not encroaching upon my mental health, upon myself socially, in my relationships with my friends, my family, significant others, etc. I want to make sure that I do things, right by me, right by the people in my life, right by people who watch my videos, But also, asking the question of what's next. You make ASMR videos, or you make comedy videos on TikTok. Like maybe a comedy channel on YouTube in the future, something like that. But like, where is that going to go next? And I don't know yet. I have ideas of things that I want to do in the future, but I don't have the means to do them yet. I want to do things like write a book, make my own TV show, act in my own TV show, travel the world to do photography stuff, maybe make a photo book as well. That'd be cool. So many different ideas. I want to make a clothing line, like a charitable clothing line that benefits wildlife. But all of these things are down the line. I think your first steps as a content creator is to build that audience first and get them on board with what your brand is. And that's why I think building a community is so important. I don't want to be one of those disingenuous creators who just at the end of the day, at some point, things like a subscription model or advertisements will happen, and I want them to be genuine. I want them to be built out in a way that is helpful and good for my viewers, not something that just feels like... I feel like you can tell when someone has sold out. Like if you had like a video game podcast and then all of a sudden you were like, you should buy this fitness product, you're like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you advertising something that is not relatable to 90% of the people that are watching your stuff? You gotta read the room and understand, not just do it because they're offering you a paycheck. So you gotta understand how things align with your brand. Obviously, a lot of that stuff is very far away from me right now, but I want to put it out there that this is what I'm building towards. I want to be one of the most transparent creators, across different platforms. What I realize my brand has to be, because I have so many different interests, is the brand has to be centered around me. And if I'm not being the real me, then it's all built on a lie. And in my opinion, lies aren't sustainable. I think they would eat me up over time. And people will pick up on it over time too. I think it's so much better to be a genuine person. And if you don't like who I am, then it's not for you. That's fine. I get it. But if you do, then let me, you can be a part of the brand. And if I can find a way to help you to make your life better in any kind of way, that's the point. That's why I do ASMR videos. I don't think I do ASMR videos just because, filming them is fun. They're kind of fun. I like the rambling videos a lot, but I really like it when the feeling I know when it seems like the video has made someone's day better. I've gotten some long comments in the comment section below of people who are just having a tough day, and my videos somehow at least made them find peace for a few minutes, and that's really cool. That's all I could ever ask for. And if we can continue to do that, then that's great. But tell me what you guys think of these talking videos. They're honestly the easiest for me to film. I mean, if you ever met me in person, I'm a huge rambler. In fact, one of my big studies that I did when I was in college is how to build deeper relationships with people inorganically and organically. So if you want me to start touching more upon psychology and stuff like that in my videos, leave a comment below. But for now, I think that's going to be it for today's video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe, and, I'll see you guys next time with another video. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you have a great night. Bye.